Everybody, and a very warm welcome back to Apex Racing and Chill. My name is Abby, and we are live back with another round, and it is round 10 of Season 3. We're here at Lago Maggiore, hopefully I've said that right, as we are ready to go into qualifying. As we see cars out on track, there's a couple of drivers out on the track already, just doing some laps before we could get into the qualifying session. While we're here right now, we see a driver come into the pits, a little bit of a delay. I think streams actually started. We've been on track time, we're on time, but slight of delay where it should have been, but hopefully it's going to be all okay on the technical side, so we will not have any issues. And another good news, as we've got a new team around here. So just before we get started or get into qualifying, let's have a look at the team's champion, or in fact the drivers and the team's championship. As we have a look on at the driver standings at the moment, it is GT7 who leads ahead of everybody with 776 points. It is RLD who's on 736 in second place. Nimtined has got 632 with Rez in fourth place. He has got 612. And then it is C-Tones, scored 75 points of his previous rounds, which is his second best, just 1 point less than 76 he did back a couple of rounds ago in round 5. They've got 599 points, just 1 point shy of 600 points for them to be. Sixth place is One Pervert, 585 for them. Just 5 points behind is Smoke Dog, who's in 7th place, has got 580. Nitu in 8th place, 560 points, with 478 to Page. Lisandro de Silva on 472. And then it is Wolf, who's got 438 in 11th place. Monte Carlos, who I was told has left the league, but still is in 300 with 391 points, is in 12th place. Then it's Dylan Chapman, I believe he should be. He's on 255 points in 13th place, and considering he only came 3 rounds ago, he has scored 80, 91 and 84 points of his last three rounds. And it's Mickey, who's also with us the last 2 rounds, has always on 136 points, 84 and 52 of the last 2 rounds. Then it's Kane in 15th place. He was the driver who joined us on round 1, and we haven't heard back from him ever since. Still on 64 points, and 4 points ahead of Smoke Tom, who joined us just back at the Ripple Ring. Couldn't join us at Suzuka, and I believe he should be here with us at Lago Maggiore. Then it is James, I believe, the brand new driver they should be. And now let's get on to the team's championship. We did our previous new team a couple of races ago as well, but we haven't got them in the standings. So the teams that we have got in the standings right now, it is GT and Empty Squad who lead ahead of everyone, 1408 points, 1321 for Apex Originals. Then it is 1179 for Chemistry Racing in 3rd place, with Pool Race Racing on 1084. Our Racing Hoons on 829 with only their 1 driver racing with Wolf this weekend, with Team Papaya on 794, who is also just racing with Nitu, I believe. While Team Pain with 584 as well, as we'll now move over. Lights should go out now any moment as they're about to go off. Already Mickey on pole, Sandro in P2 with GT in P3. Fire lights are off and we go green, racing here at Lago Maggiore. It is a decent start from Mickey. It's a brilliant start from Mickey, in fact, as Lisandro's right on the outside as well. They'll be going side by side into turn 1. Mickey has the inside line, will defend his lead so far. Will he do that though, as Lisandro is right behind him and knocking on the door to take that lead already into turn 2 and 3. Brilliant start from Mickey to keep that lead, and Lisandro's got it covered as well, while Chapman in P3, Tom in P4, followed by Ryan Cooper and GT following each other off there. Has GT got a bad start or lost out on time there, because it looks like GT might have lost out on the start, if I am not getting it mistakenly. While he's in P6 right there, he's at RLD in P7. And Smoke in P8, he runs a little bit wide. That might allow Page to get past him, and through goes Page and ahead of Smoke. While it's going to be one per wood, might try and make a go around the outside as he's already ahead of Nitu, and might try and get past Page out there ahead of him. A lot of a fight while Nitu in P11, Numpty, Ned, Jones and Volkup in P14. While we go back to the top, Mickey leads ahead of Alessandro, ahead of Chapman in P3. Lissandra goes defensive. Mickey's at the top. Lissandra ran a little bit wide. Chapman's going to get a chance and gets ahead of Lissandra as Chapman straight away on lap 1. Takes second place ahead of Lissandra, who's just simply behind him, and he slightly ran a little bit wide. They easily allowed him to take the place, while now Ryan Cooper is in big pressure from Chapman's teammate Tom right there. One driver overtook one car, the other will take care of the other, as it looks like, as Ryan Cooper now has got Tom right behind him. Ryan might need to do a bit of defending right there, while Chapman is 6 tenths ahead of Alessandro already. Almost 7 tenths between the two drivers. How good and how fast will he be doing, and how will he be going? We'll find out through all of this, while Chapman now already looks very impatient right here, because we might or might not have a chance for the race lead as it stands, because Mickey is on his own. That front bumper looks damaged, or at least is red, so he might have hit a wall or made a bit of contact. Numpty says to be as well, so these two are fighting each other. Maybe they collided, not quite sure of what we're going to be getting. Meanwhile, a bit of a fight between these guys is going to be on the way. Smoke's going to go for it on the inside line. He's going to try and get past One Pyramid and RLD, but teammates he's going to try and get past. Well, RLD's going to come back at him. He might be ahead of Smoke, and they're almost going to make contact. They nearly come out of it unscathed, but that was going to be a big one. Had they both hit the wall, then they nearly just walked out of it without a big problem. They did make contact, but at least they couldn't get much of it, while RLD now might have an opportunity to get past Smoke around the outside. Won't be the case, at least so far as it stands. While we'll move forward, GT and One Pyramid aren't separated, or in fact they're separated by quite a bit. While Smoke and GT One Pyramid are not separated by much. While we go up front at the top, it is Ryan Cooper and Smoke once more very close to one another. The leaders have slight bit of a gap, while Smoke might have an opportunity to get past Ryan Cooper anytime soon now, because it's gonna turn up. It's gonna have a chance at it at the moment, as it looks like, at least so far. And it looks like Smoke's got a nice helmet design there with eyes on it. That's a nice one to see. Well, he's now really close. He's absolutely closer to Ryan Cooper, and I think it is going to be his opportunity here. Is a slightly better job and better exit does Ryan Cooper than his teammate earlier, who was overtaken by Chapman at that exact point where he ran a little bit wide, while Ryan Cooper might have done a little bit of better job than his teammate at that previous corner to stay ahead of the car behind, while Smoke might get past him at any next opportunity available, because they're super close to each other. 3 tenths separating the two drivers, and we're only 4 laps in this race, ladies and gentlemen. 3.5 laps, while Smoke might get another 4 chance and another opportunity to get past, but as Chapman's now in on those soft tires, while Ryan and Smoke are going to be really close. Smoke might have the opportunity into turn 1. Is he going to go defensive on the inside lane? Yes, Ryan Cooper does. Forces him the long way around the outside, and he can't get past him. And absolutely well done. Ryan Cooper defenses to the inside line and gets that success, at least now. But how successful is he going to be? Because Smoke might try and come back at him. Will he be able to come back at him right there? He's got the opportunity once more, but no. Ryan Cooper is doing some brilliant defensive moves right there to keep Smoke behind at the moment so far. Meanwhile, Smoke and One Pyramid are closer to each other as well. One is Smoke Dog, the other is Smoky Tom. on Tom's car, sorry, on Ryan Cooper's car, and Tom now already switches to the inside line. Ryan will still have the inside line into the downhill right-hander. Banking, will Ryan run a little bit wide? Yes, he will. Will Tom come back at him? No, Tom won't be able to do that, or is he able to do that, though? Because around the outside, he's going to hold his car, but no. Brilliant defending there. So exact same point, remember. Alessandro got overtaken by Chapman. Chapman is now down because he pitted, but Ryan Cooper has done an excellent job in defending his position so far. It's brilliantly done by him. His tires don't look much worse considering he's the defender here. Anyways, within a couple of laps, it'll be time for the medium tire runners to pit as well, since we are only in a 13-lap race right here. But we're going to find out, is Ryan Cooper going to be in a bit of more trouble from Smoke here? Smoke might get another opportunity into turn 1. Is he going to send it on the inside? No, he will not be sending it, as he's simply not close enough to make the move, while Ryan will still be making sure he's defensive, he's careful enough, and he gets a net race lead, remember. So we've seen these guys race quite nice, race quite amazing in the last few races that we've had them race with us here. And Mickey, we know, plays the patience game, stays behind for as long as he can, and will take the position, will take his chance at the very ending moments of these race. But you never know, though, because definitely it's not like he's not going to pass if he's got the opportunity, but he's simply not going to force it. You know, it's not going to be like he's not going to go for it even there's a chance, but he certainly is just going to be waiting for that chance. You know, he's going to try and create it, but he's not going to force it. Like, you know, let's say a late dive bomb, or a dive bomb that wasn't going to be necessary, and he's going to try and make it. Let's see right here, any aggressive driver could potentially would have thought for a move around here, but he simply thinks that I'm not going to be doing that. At the back, there's a bit of a battle going on. It's going to be GT who's going to try and get past Page. Will GT be able to get past Page? On the inside line, he's got Tom behind him, but he'll try and get past Smoke. He's going to try and get past Page, and he does get past Page. Page now has to back out of it, being on those far and way older medium tires. And I think Page now should be coming to the end on these tires, because those tires are really, really old. While Numteam P14 has pitted. Wolf might have not pitted, as he's on the hard tires. Andro are in P1 and 2. Chapman here has lost out, being on the soft compound tire right now, as earlier it was showing he's on the set of hard tires. So unless he's decided to pit again for a set of softs, it would be interesting to see. While it is Mickey in the lead of this race on lap 12 out of 13. Sandro De Silva in P2 with Chapman in P3, followed by GT in P4. These guys could be having a bit of a fight of each other, being on the same compounded tire. It'll depend who's got the better management, who's done the better management. Right there, Smoke in P5 on their own with one Paravid in P6. RLD in P7 with Tom in P8. Ryan Cooper in P9 ahead of Nitu in P10. These guys could be fighting each other off for a position as well. So a lot of fights for points and positions being swept. While Numpty is in P11, Jones in P12, while Page is in P13. Are they slowing down? I don't think so, but they look like they're going pretty slow, which I'd assume it's simply their normal speed. Well, it is Wolf Club in P14, 2 seconds ahead of Alessandro De Silva, and it is not only, as we say it, because 1.2 seconds are quite a lot, while Chapman and GT within 4 tenths of each other. There might be a little bit of a fight between these two while we go through the grid. It is Smoke in P5 with one Pervert in P6, followed by Tom in P7, RLD in P8, Ryan Cooper and Nitu in P9 and 10. Ooh, this could be interesting. These have got a penalty. Nitu might try and get past Ryan Cooper. These two guys are getting close for comfort with Numpty, Jones, Page and Wolf Club, while our leader is on their final lap and is leading comfortably, while GT and Chapman are going to scrape through. I wonder if GT's going to take it easy or now find any opportunity he's got, find any chance he's got. While Chapman's got slightly less fuel, you know, both of them are now in red.
looks like not a lot of a difference, but slight bit of a difference. I'm not sure if that's really going to make much difference in time, but it might make difference in time. But GT might have the opportunity. He's going to work out for all the chances. He's got to get ahead of Chapman there for third place. GT's on the inside line. Chapman's on the outside line. Who's going to be the better and bravest driver into the right-hander? It was GT, but he's going to go back to the outside and racing line. He might have to do a big of a defending here. Is he going to be able to do that? It's going to be GT, or is it going to be Chapman? Who's going to be the driver ending up in P3? We're about to find out. We've still not got it yet. We still not have it yet. But it's going to be GT who's going to have to defend the inside line now. He's defending that inside line while our race leaders is heading towards the final corner now. He might be on it though, but these two are not at all leaving each other off. While GT might have just slightly got the edge ahead of him though. Well, Mickey will come over the line to win race 1 here at Lago Maggiore with Alessandro in P2, followed by GT in P3. Does he get P3? Yes, he does. Over to the line, Chapman in P4. Brilliant finish for these guys. GT in the end gets P3 with P5 to Smoke. Meanwhile, one part of it and Tom are fighting each other as well. This could be an interesting one, but no, that's going to be a smooth, simple finish. P6 and 7 for Tom. Well, RLD in P8, ahead of Ryan Cooper in P9, who manages to finish ahead of Nitu, who was in P10. But Nemty, Ned, Jones, C. Jones, Page, and Wolf Club. The 3 drivers were yet to take the checkered flag. Or actually, it's going to be 4 drivers who are yet to take the checkered flag. But what an end to this fantastic race, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies about the couple of minutes we lost because of issues. Basically, I lost my PlayStation. It turned off on me. I had to turn it off. I'd turn it on back again in time, but we did that. And now Numpty, Ned, Jones, and Page all have taken the checkered flag. For the next race, with the reverse grid of this one, it's going to be brilliant with Wolf on pole, Page in P2, Jones in P3, Numpty, Ned, Nitu, Ryan Cooper. The top 5's brilliant as we've now got to the end of it. And it is our race winner once again, Mickey. He wins race 1 here at Lago Maggiore. For race 2 here at Lago Maggiore, it is going to be Wolf on pole with Page in P2, followed by Jones in P3. For that reverse grid from the previous race, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 red lights are out, and we go racing here at Lago Maggiore for round 2. It is a brilliant start for Wolf. Actually, he's got a brilliant start. While Page has got a couple of cars around him. It's going to be Numpty, Ned, Nitu, and Jones is going to be sticking there, nearly makes contact, while Nitu's through into second place. He might be pulling up that bit of challenge in trouble on Wolf, and Nitu's got a brilliant start. He might be past Wolf already, as he's now going to be right behind him, while Page is in P3 so far. With RLD in P4, there's cars fighting at the back. Ryan Cooper in P5 with Jones in P6. He's got one Parawood right behind him, and one Parawood get past him now. It is on. He's going to lose that position straight away, while Tom is now going to be behind Jones as well. C. Jones has not had a good start at all. Car is tumbling down the back despite getting a good getting to start in a good position there. So they've definitely not had the best of race starts they would have wished for here on lap 1 out of 13 in race 2. While Wolf Club leads still at the end of this middle sector at the end of this first sector, or it should be the middle sector actually. Not quite sure that is. We should be heading into the final sector now. While Wolf Club still leads, Nitu might be in a bit of pressure from Page. Page goes round the outside. He's nearly going to make contact, and he does make contact with Ryan Cooper. In all of that, Ryan's going to lose that place to RLD. And RLD's going to lose that place while Ryan's still going to be there in P5. What are we going to be getting? What exactly will be the case right here? Meanwhile, RLD, one Paravid, and all sorts of drivers fighting each other off. Is it going to be Numpty Ned, or is it going to be GT who's fighting these guys? And GT and Lysandra are going at it. Scraps for positions at the very back, while Mickey is in P13 as well. So he hasn't been able to get a good start, at least on lap 1 here. Meanwhile, Mickey will get past one driver. Can he get past another driver there who he was fighting earlier at the top? Lysandro and Mickey, the 1-2 of race 1. Can they be the bottom 2 of race 2? Which definitely they will not be wanting that. There's a certainly want to get past these guys as quick as possible, but rather they now need to fight. They're pretty much fighting each other off here because Mickey needs to pass Lisandro to have a chance at the front of the field. While we go at the top of the drivers, it is Wolf who still leads, still has the lead on to his name, but maybe not anymore, as Nita's going to be side by side and wheel to wheel the two drivers go. Ryan Cooper might have a chance on the inside line as well. They're going to be 3 wide, almost 4 wide at the back, as it's a 5 wide cars go. It's Nita who takes the lead and takes the lead here in race 2 on lap 2 out of 13. Your new race leader, at least for the moment, while Wolf is leading and losing out a bit of places, while Page is on it as well. Tom's going to be round the outside, and RLD, everybody's in here. Ryan Cooper goes a little bit wide. A bit of a problem for those guys in the back. What is happening right here is absolute chaos, while Tom is in P2, and he's caught up ahead of everybody with Page in P3 followed by RLD, and Chapman's going to go on the inside line of Page there as he gets past Page, RLD, but RLD might try and come back at him. Was it going to be our Chapman who's going to be able to get past Page? Will he be able to get past Page as he's sticking around the outside? Has he got the move? Has he got the grip? Okay, he has the inside line. He does get past Page there, and he gets the move done. Absolutely brilliant racing all by all of these guys. Or has he got the move done? Maybe not, because Page is still going to be there around the outside. And this is only lap 2, ladies and gentlemen. Only lap 2 gonna be going, and are we gonna be going at it so far while all of this is gonna be happening? But what are we looking at this then so far with Mickey and Lisandro in P6 and 7? Well, going back to the top, it was very close fighting between these drivers. Meanwhile, Nito is in P1. He leads the race by 1.1 second, but Smokey Tom now behind him in P2 is coming up as well. 1.1 seconds between the two. Page in P3 has got Chapman behind him now. Tom moved away and ahead of Page in P2, while Chapman's right behind. He's going to try and get past Page. He might get past Page there, because Page, not sure what happened, but he did not get the exit better at all. He seemed very slow on the exit there. Might have made a mistake. Chapman's now passed as well, and it is a double podium for the two teammates. Meanwhile, RLD now in P5 has got Lisandro and Mickey in P5, P6 and 7 behind him to have a chance for the position or for an overtake right here. So much action within these 3 laps we've had. Absolute brilliant racing between all these guys, while Lisandro's going to be on the inside line of one of the drivers there. Is he going to be able to get past? Or not sure. That might have been Ryan Cooper trying to get past, as a lot of drivers there are. As Ryan Dean, he goes into the back of Mickey. He's going to be on the inside, narrowly avoids any action or making contact. So much is happening. Is Mickey going for it? Yes, Mickey's went for it on the inside of RLD there. Mickey's going to make sure to take the place, but he can't quite do it at least at the moment. And he might be in a bit of pressure from the cars behind, but he's not quite close. Or has he got passed by Ryan Cooper? He wasn't able to get past Ryan Cooper there. A lot is happening, or maybe RLD there behind, Lisandro. All of this is happening. Mickey, Ryan Cooper and RLD are all at it. It might be 3 wide. Ryan Cooper's got the inside line. RLD will have the outside line, or in fact it's going to be Mickey. RLD's going to be on the inside to try and get past Mickey. Mickey's got past him, and now RLD is in 8th place for Apex Originals Racing, while at the top of the timing chart, 9 10s. 9 10s, in fact 7 10s between Nito and Tom now. Right there as Tom slightly tags GT at the back, but GT just hangs it in there and keeps his car just in control to stay ahead and not really make the scene of it. Meanwhile, despite tapping GT, Tom doesn't manage to get ahead of him as GT gains car control back again. Does the job brilliantly well, but how good is this going to be? Because he will definitely have the chance to make it count. He'll definitely have the chance to take it again. It is now almost going to be turning a 3-way fight on his way. GT's going to be side by side. Is it going to be Jones who takes the place? Yes, he does. Or does he, though? Because GT's going to try and come around the outside. Jones has went for the inside line, and he gets the move done. Brilliantly done there. He came from a long way back and gets past GT. GT definitely explainable on the soft tyres. His tyres are not really much different. So let's see what's exactly going to be happening here, but interesting to see. But Lisandro and Page, now 7 tenths separate the two drivers. Mickey and Lisandro 6 tenths separate the two drivers. The two fought for the first top spot in race 1. Ended up being 1-2 in qualifying, 1-2 in race 1. And these guys at least are 2-3. While we talk about 2 and 3, it is going to be Lisandro who gets past Page to go into position 3. Overtakes him. We were not even expecting that at any moment. While we were talking about Mickey and Lisandro's race, and you might have to check it out. That mic keeps going very quiet. Thank you for letting us know, actually. It's going to be a bit of a fight, I believe, at the back, and yes, it will be, as now Mickey's going to be putting all that pressure on Page as well. Page's medium tires, a little bit of worse conditions than Mickey's. Mickey's going to be on the inside line. Does he get the move on the inside? Yes, he does. Gets past him. Will Page come back at him on the inside into turn 2? No, he won't. Will he have the option of around the outside? Maybe not, and he's not close enough. It won't be the case right there. As well as it stands, we're 7 laps in with the pit stops now for most drivers still not done, while Smoke has got the upper hand on everybody. Smoke is the next car down in P9. A mistake, he's lost out the ground to GT, but or has he though, because GT's still behind him. Well, he's lost out the ground to RLD, who gets past Ryan, and it might be a GT who gets past Ryan Cooper, or as well, because Ryan Cooper now might be in a bit of a struggling state as into turn 1. He's slightly lost, not sure how though, because he's on brand new tyres, maybe because of that. As on the inside line, it'll be GT who tries to get past Ryan Cooper, but them are still going to be side by side, wheel to wheel. Who's going to come out on top? Is it going to be GT? Is it going to be Ryan Cooper? Ryan might still hang his wheel in there on the inside, and GT are still there going side by side, but GT gets past him, and the overtake has been made. Oh, that's going to be on, as it's going to be GT, and as it's interesting to see now, we certainly will need to check, is it too bad or is it okay? Because definitely that's not a good sign on here, because everything seems fine. To get that undercut on Nitu, or Nitu will be able to get that overcut. I don't think so. Chapman's already passed now the pit straight and into turn 2. Turn 1 and 2 while Lisandro goes around the outside of Nitu and nearly just gets past him as Nitu is coming out of the pits. So definitely Nitu is still in the place. Nitu still in that fight on, I'd say so. As that's going to be pretty much on right here. While we're watching this so far, the battles are now going to be straightening up. We had a couple of battles before the pit stops, but now after the pit stops is what we can watch out for, because the top drivers are quite of a gap, as Sandro is now over 2.8 seconds to the race leader. Meanwhile, Nitu is just 8 tenths to Lisandro ahead, while Mickey is in 4th place, ahead of Page and behind Nitu there. While Page is in P4, followed for P5, while Montparnasse, RLD and Tom are the 3 drivers that are going to be fighting each other, maybe, or maybe not right here, as Nitu has made a mistake and lost out positions, while these guys will get past him easy. Nitu almost would have had a chance of a podium, and he's lost that out now, while Tom is going to go around the outside of RLD. What a brave attempt. He was not going to be able to get that, but that was pretty close between the two, while the two teammates, RLD and Montparnasse, are going to be on at it as well. That is going to be on right now. What are we going to be getting? What are we getting right here, ladies and gentlemen? While these cars are absolutely close for comfort, While at the front of the field, Chapman leads by over 3 seconds to the next car. Alessandro in P2, followed by Mickey in P3. Page in P4 on his own, doing a brilliant job. Isn't your teammate Kane in P4? So these guys are now going to be fighting for P5 as it stands. It's one Paravid, RLD and Tom along with Nitu, who's right behind these guys. While Nitu along with GT might be coming back as well. While one Paravid goes defensive on the inside line into turn 1. Is Tom going to be there? Is Tom going to be able to get that position? While Nitu is now back and behind these guys on it and on his own to try and do what he can, to try and make sure what he can, as there isn't many laps now remaining. We've entered lap 11 out of 13, so the third last lap it should be. Well, at the lead, it's not much going on. Whilst Jones is in P13 on his own, Wolf Club in P12, Dumpsy Ned in P11, P10 for Smoke, P9 for GT, and Nitu's got P8, and these guys are going to be at it, and RLD's going to go for it on the inside of Tom there. Tom then is not able to stay ahead of RLD, while one pair of wood is going to be benefiting from this, as his teammate is fighting Tom behind, and if Tom keeps fighting that, at least he's going to get to one Pyramid. Otherwise, it's going to be RLT and one Pyramid as teammates fighting each other off. But what are they going to be doing? I think definitely they're going to be thinking about the Drivers' Championship as well, with these rounds remaining. Only 2 more rounds will remain at the end of this race, which is... one of them is Yas Marina Circuit, I believe, and the other is Le Mans 24-hour circuit, which would be brilliant to watch out for in the remaining 2 weeks and the remaining 2 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. What exactly are we going to get? And RLD might have slightly lost the car ahead of moment on the exit there, because his car looked a bit unstable on the exit of a couple of corners ago, and we might see Tom have a chance at RLD. They're nearly going to make contact. They tap each other off. It is going to be Tom who's going to try and get past RLD. RLD's going to try and get past his teammate. It's nearly 3 wide into turn 1, and into turn 2 he goes. Smoke's going to be on the inside of Wood, and he's going to get past Wood, or does he get past Wood there? It's going to be brilliant racing between all 3, as Smoke's going to lose out, as RLD is going to be the driver up in front with Wood in P7, followed by Tom. He's going to have to defend his 6th place at the moment. Excellent job between these guys. These guys are pretty much the ones closer to each other, while Mickey is catching up to Alessandro, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to him enough time. He's got enough time to catch up to him, really. It is brilliant so far. Oh, there we go. We are on right here. It is pretty much short so far. We're on right here. Well, it's going to be RLT. He's going to be on the inside to try and defend from Tom. Will he be able to defend from Tom there? Tom's going to hang it around the outside. He's definitely not going to leave it out at all. He's going to make sure to stay around the outside and be the brave one. Will he be the brave one, or RLT, who's got the inside? Is he just going to be able to hang it in there? Yes, he will be. And RLT gets past Tom, while one part of it is now going to try and come back as well. Tom goes defensive on the outside line, but now Nitu's back out with these guys as well. For Team Papaya racing on his own from the last couple of races. He's been doing a brilliant job. Apart from a few mistakes, he might try and come back. He might overtake one Paravid there, despite being on soft tires. But so is one Paravid on those soft tires. Meanwhile, RLD with his medium tires slightly worse than Tom's. Tom's going to go for it on the inside line. He's sending it on in, and we will not know what we are in for till the last lap, till the last corner, because just like race 1, Tom now might find himself fighting for a position, while RLD for a moment have thought he's going to think for it, but might have to back out of it. While Chapman leads by 2.1 seconds, Alessandro's gap behind is over 5 seconds, and Mickey's lost it. Mickey has lost it in all of that. We're not sure where Mickey is. Has he retired out of the race? We do not see Mickey. Not sure where did he go then, because we were watching him. I'm unsure if it's a disconnection, but He was in P3, and we don't even know when did we lost him, because it was us fighting, focusing on the drivers at the top, while Chapman is on his own. Lysandro now in P3, P2 with Page in P3, RLD now in P4, fighting with Tom, one Paravud and and RLD, followed by Nitu GT in P8, Smoke in P9, then it is Numptynet in P10 with Jones and Wolf in P11 and 12, and it's 12 drivers that we've got in this race so far. Oh, that's a big mistake. That might be a mistake from Chapman. He's got nothing on those soft tires, but our Lysandro is on the same soft tires as well. But it might allow Lysandro to take that overtake and take a position off it right here, because this could be interesting, because now we've got a chance for a race winner, a different winner than Chapman, who was leading by over 2 seconds a couple of races ago, and he's got no grip on the final corner. Lysandro goes through and over the finish line. It'll be Lysandro de Silva as he wins race 2 here at La Comatero and takes victory. And what an end we've had to this race. Chapman in P2. Chapman finishes in P2 now, and as brilliant as racing it was, I might lose my voice then from after this. It's Page in P3, a podium for him with RLT in P4, coming out ahead of Tom with Nito in P4, One Paravud in P6, GT in P7, Smoke in P8, Numptynet will go over the line in P10. C. Jones now should be making their way around as well. We've lost another driver, and it might have been Tom. So I don't see Ryan Cooper, so I believe it's Ryan Cooper, Mickey, and Tom, the 2-3 drivers we've lost, with Jones, who's now going to be making his way, along with Wolf Club, around the final 2 corners to cut an end to this, and a brilliant and excellent finish to this race 2. As good as race 1 was, race 2 was even fantastic, especially the moment at the end with Chapman losing it. It was exceptionally well done. Not sure what happened to Mickey and a couple of other drivers who lost it, but well done to our race winner, Lysandro. Let's have a look at this race right here. The finish and results we have. It is Lysandro in P1 who takes victory after Chapman, who lost out before the final corner. Still takes the fastest lap, 56.688, but his tires were completely gone and he lost out the race lead. Page in the end, with Mickey out of it, got P3, RLD in P4 after attacks from his own teammates, and Tom, who doesn't seem to be anywhere near the finish line as well, as he's now got P4, with Need2, despite a couple of mistakes in this race, got P5, with One Paravid in P6 so far. GT, who's got P7, with Smoke, who's got P8. P9 for Numptynet, and it is P10 for C. Jones, with Wolf Club, who had a penalty, I believe, but still managed to finish in last place in P11, with 3 drivers who did not finish, was Mickey, Smoke, and Smokey Tom, and Ryan Cooper. And that's it then, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant racing from everybody around. Hope you all watching had all the fun and really enjoyed watching race 1 and 2. Well done to our drivers from race 1 and race 2. Congratulations for their victories and everybody who contributed and did their fantastic performing and performed well. And then again, it was myself, Zabe, providing you all the action, and from all of us here at Apex and Chill Racing, it's a goodbye, adios.